So hello and welcome to today's sort of impromptu video. So a few people have told me about this new and upcoming game called Agefield High Rock the School. Now I just want to clarify before we get into the video, I am not sponsored in any way, shape or form. This is kind of just like a live reaction because people say that this is supposed to be very heavily inspired by Bully. And as we know, the odds of us seeing Bully 2, even if it is going to happen, probably isn't going to happen for another 5 years or so. So if this game looks remotely good, I guess we can maybe say this is a spiritual Bully successor, but yeah, so the description says, relive your high school days in the town of Agefield. It's the early 2000s, you have 3 months left at school. So rebel with your friends, win over your dream girl and rock the school. Release date Q1 2026. So before we do any of that, let's actually watch the trailer and give a live reaction to it. Right, so here we go.
You know what's hella whack? Leaving school as a loser.
Yeah, me and Kale have been talking about it for years. About how cool our senior year was gonna be. We haven't done shit about it. So, we made a plan.
I just heard that then. The use of the word shit definitely says that this game's going to be a bit more mature in its humour. Because don't forget, with Bully, swearing was there, but it was only used very rarely. The fact they used that in the trailer says a lot about the humour. So expect it to be quite adult is what I'm going to say. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because I know everybody has their own different tastes. Anyway.
Plan to change that.
This is our time. Our chance.
Hang on, are those facial animations bugged, or is that actually what it was like? Let me replay that.
Our chance. So we're gonna rock it.
Oh my god, that was terrible. I'm hoping that's just a rough cut and they're going to fix up later on, because that does not look good at all. Like, the facial animations are so rough. Did the Mayf even move at all when he said that? Oh, okay, it did barely, but
We're gonna rock it.
yeah, that facial animation needs a hell of a lot of work.
Welcome to class, boys and girls.
There we go, got the slutty art teacher kind of trope, the one that all the boys like. Of course in Buddy it was Miss Phillips, I don't know, hang on, I think they said the name then, didn't they? At least it's in the background. Let me go back. Miss Davidson? Yeah, so at least we've got one character's name. So I'm guessing this is probably one of the class minigames, English, if I had to assume. Again, because they've got O and C here, obviously that would say fuck. So again, that tells us all about the game's humour, way more adult. Again, I'm getting quite a few American Pie kind of vibes from this, I'm not sure why. But yeah, I can still see a few Bully inspirations on this, but not as many as I was kind of hoping. But anyway, let's carry on.
I haven't seen you before.
Oh, there we go, hang on. That is just straight up Bully's music class. Let me go back a sec. To me that looks like it's definitely going to be a mixture of like Bully's music class and Guitar Hero.
Seen you before. New here in Agefield, mister?
Just call me Sam.
The facial animations are really horrible. I don't know if the developers are going to see this or not, but please actually like fix that up because they look so rough. But yeah, apparently this guy's name is Sam. Who's the other guy again? I'm assuming that's the principal. Oh, hang on. That's just Ichiban's hairstyle. The character customization looks quite decent, I'd say.
You'll have a chance to go to a college and work a safe job, just like me.
Hang on a sec, let me go back. Isn't that the exact same hairstyle that Dr. Crabblesnitch had in a Teaser Plays video? Hang on, let me go back to Teaser Plays video a sec. I'm certain that's the exact same hairstyle, just a different colour. If it is, then I'm pretty sure that confirms it's on Unreal Engine. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's the exact same hairstyle, just flipped. Even the exact same colour as well. But yeah, that's got to be the principal, surely.
I have a 3-step plan. Kick the jock's ass. Throw a massive party.
Hang on. Please don't tell me the fighting includes a slap. I'm hoping that's kind of like a taunt or whatever. Or maybe one of the cutscenes, because that slap is pitiful. Absolutely pitiful.
Throw a massive party. Get the girl and rock the prom.
Right, hang on, let's go back and look at that fight in a quick sec.
Massive plan. Kick the jock's ass.
I've got to say, the fighting doesn't look too bad. Well, if we go by frame on that. It doesn't look too bad, I think. But if I'm looking correctly, he seems to kick him in the stomach, but he kind of... No, actually no, that's fine. The fight style actually looks quite good. I wish there was a bit more they shown than just a kick though. So they show the fighting off, but it's just another kick. Like, what's the punching look like? That's something I'm a little bit concerned of. So, this is where I'm starting to see the Buddy inspirations coming, because obviously, you know, if it's supposed to be inspired by Buddy, we're probably going to see the kind of fighting at least, but I'm also noticing the running from police stuff seems to be lifted from Buddy as well. I wouldn't say lifted, because you can't really put a trademark on something like, say, running away from the police. But yeah, that part definitely does look like it could be from Buddy. You know, when you end up getting caught outside of school or whatever.
I want to become an artist after school, but my father doesn't like the idea.
Let's focus on the plan. We can't miss our chance. So, you in, dude?
So that was the trailer. I definitely saw quite a few Buddy inspirations in there that I can definitely pinpoint where they got it from. To be honest, I feel like it's going to be a mixture of Buddy and American Pie. Like, even the logo of the game looks like it's American Pie inspired. Keep in mind, that's not a bad thing, because I remember liking the movies a lot when I was younger. But they're definitely a product of their time, for sure. But I definitely saw quite a lot of Buddy inspirations in there, like the English minigame, and of course the fighting, but I wish they showed off a bit more of the fighting. Like, does combat play a massive role in this game? Or is it going to be kind of like a mischief kind of game? Because it really didn't tell us. Are there any other antagonists in the game? Or is it going to be kind of like one of those stories where the whole point is to humiliate the popular kids or whatever? But, yeah. To be honest, I have very mixed feelings on it. Like I said, they didn't show off too much of the gameplay, which is a bit worrying. Like, if they showed off a bit more of the actual gameplay, rather than the incredibly rough around the edges facial animations, I feel like, you know, I might have a different opinion on it, but, yeah, the only combat we really saw was like 2 kicks and that's it. A bit worrying. Oh yeah, and that very pitiful slap. But, yeah. So let's take a look at the Steam page actually while we're here. Relive your high school days at the 10 of age. Yeah, we already read that part. Attend Agefield High School as a new student, Sam. Hang on a minute. New student? Didn't it say there's like 3 months left? Okay. That's certainly a choice, I guess. So, we're a new student, but we've got 3 months left of the school year. Okay, whatever. Help your new friends, Kale and Axel, pull off their rock the school plan and leave your mark as a legend. But there's a school system which means you have to be in class until the afternoon on weekdays. But you know what? Cool kids skip class and do whatever they want. So I can definitely tell that's also been very heavily inspired by Buddy. You know, you can choose to go to class whenever you want. But the question is, do you get rewarded for skipping class or going to class? Because obviously, you know, if it's just attend for the sake of attending, you're not going to really kind of bother with it, are you really? Like, the whole point of going to class in Buddy was because you get rewards. So, yeah. Let's read a bit more of this. Besides going to class and playing main missions, the small town of Agefield is free to explore, featuring the Agefield High School campus, 2 neighbourhoods, the town centre and the countryside. I do like the sound of that map, to be honest. Yeah, I've got to say though, I know I haven't commented on the map, but I've got to say I do quite like the graphics. They're kind of like that mixture of, I'd say realistic, cartoony in a way. Like, they got that kind of soft realism. Although, granted, it could just be the quality of the YouTube video making it look worse, but I think the game itself looks fine. The town really does look good. But, yeah. Besides going to class... Oh, yeah, where was I? Earn some pocket money by getting good grades. I'm assuming that could be the reward for actually doing the class. You know, like, maybe your parents give you $20 or whatever. Or skip class and earn cash by doing side missions. You can buy things like clothes, bikes and more. But keep an eye out for teachers and cops if you break the law. Oh, okay, so that's why the story is the way it is. Just when Sam was about to graduate from high school, his parents decided to move to a small town called Agefield. Okay, so that does fully explain why he's a new student when there's like 3 months left. Okay, you know, I'll admit, like, you know, I was probably a bit hasty on that front when I criticised that a bit earlier. Ignore that part now. On Sam's first day at Agefield High, he meets Kale. Kale has a plan to rock the last few months of school because he wants to leave his mark as a legend. He enlisted the help of Axel, a self-proclaimed rock star, but now it's time to execute the plan. They need one more on board. Kale believes Sam is exactly the right person. Key features: a story about teenagers with total gameplay duration. As I said, I feel like this is definitely going to be very American Pie inspired. Time and school system with school attendance. Yep, I can definitely see that being lifted from Bully itself. Small open world featuring the campus, neighbourhoods, town centre and countryside. Sounds good to me. 30 main missions with 2 different endings. 15 side missions. Oh, 2 different endings. Right, so I know obviously we know absolutely nothing about the game, but my prediction for this is it's probably going to be like you either put it off and do the best damn party the school's ever seen, or you fuck it up and you end up leaving the school as a loser. Those are my 2 guesses. This really doesn't feel like the kind of game where we're going to have 2 former friends fighting it out in rainy weather on top of a roof. But yeah, 5 different lesson types including English, Math, Geography, German, Music. 4 of them are straight from Bully itself, and we've even seen gameplay of English and Music. I assume German's probably going to be the exact same. Geography, is it just going to be sticking flags on the map again? Obviously we don't know, but yeah. Shops to buy bikes, clothes, hairstyle, tattoos, accessories, dirty magazines and more. Dirty magazines. Yeah, I did say before it's going to be way more mature in its humour. That pretty much confirms it. The developers describe content, fights about blood, dark humour, mention to suicide, alcohol consumption, sexual innuendos and nudity. Pretty much just like American Pie, I'd say, minus the mention of suicide. But yeah. Am I looking forward to this game? I don't know. I think it's one to maybe keep your eye on for the time being. But the likes and dislikes on the IGN trailer aren't exactly promising, like, yeah, 3,623 to 1,415, that is a bit rough. The art style of this game looks like the adult games you see all over Steam. Budget Bully. This looks like one of those porn games. This looks like a shovelware adult game with none of the adult stuff in it. We got Bully 0.5 before Bully 2. Man. This looks like one of those video games you see someone else playing inside a video game. You're telling me someone saw this and thought, yeah, we're ready to show the game off. So yeah, so far the general reception to this seems to be quite negative, I'd say. Like, yeah, it doesn't seem to be that much hype for it, and I can kind of see why. I kind of see where it's getting it from though. If I can just be honest about the game, I feel like it needs a lot of time in the oven before it should be shown off. Like, what I've seen in the trailer wasn't exactly that impressive, being honest. Like, the facial animations, the lack of gameplay, they really should have focused more on that, but maybe keep an eye out on it, I guess. But that was just a reaction to it. So thank you for watching this video, and have a great day, I guess.